All right, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Detroit here in Michigan. Hope you guys are all having a great morning here. Wanted to had a little bit of time before I had to head to work today, so we're going to finish off the stream from last night, which was a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody who took part in that. And we're going to go ahead and file on VATSIM here, and we're going to get things going on the way down to Columbus today. We have a new livery here, actually. This is, this might even be a Hughes livery. I downloaded a livery pack from the FlightSim, FlightSim.to. So downloaded a pack off of there, and yeah, like I said, so we're looking forward to kind of finally being able to use a new livery, it looks like here. And we get the Delta, for whatever reason my Delta 175 livery wouldn't work. I was only able to fly in the 170, so we're finally able to fly it here in the 175, so it should be a fun flight. Jacob, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, sir? Quick flight down to Columbus today. Not going to be very long at all. I think only about a half hour of airtime today. 2-1 right for departure. That's what they were doing last night during the mass. I don't even know what we ran into last night. Doing good, Jacob? Awesome, man. Glad to hear that, brother. Glad to hear that. And it looks like we got some like brand new tires here as well. What do we got going on here? It looks brand spanking new. Looking real nice. Just kind of connecting to VATSIM here real fast, and then we will be on our way. I'll just let it kind of do its thing for now. All right, let's jump inside here real fast. And okay, let's see. We have to go on this side now. And we'll start waking the airplane up a little bit here. We'll do 0. That's pretty fair. Just do 1, 2, 3. We got to come over to the other side. So we'll just do the 3 view there, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 should be all the same. And then the other thing we need to do here is fly aircraft in the right seat. That's already selected, so that's good. We'll go on GPU first, I guess. We'll get the pins and the covers out of here. Chocks can stay for now. We'll go ahead and add a flight from SimBrief, Detroit to Columbus, Brickyard 5838. How many flights can you do today? Just this one. We don't have all that long today. I do have to go to work, unfortunately, but do some real flying. Yeah, so we're gonna be just kind of ripping through this today pretty quickly. We'll get GSX out if they're gonna help us out today. Looks like they are. Request boarding
requested.
We'll do Delta, and then we'll go overhead as well and start with the batteries, and we can get the Avail light on. All that stuff is good to go there. Emergency exit lights can come on. We can get the no smoking light on, and the fast seatbelt sign can come on in just a minute. Those lights should get on here in just a second. Nav and logos can come on. Those lights can all stay off for now. And what else can we do? We can do the fire test real fast where we start up the APU and everything. And the triple chime. That all looks good. And then you can actually, let's see, yeah, there's some engine indications and stuff like that we can look for. No thanks. So we can do the test here, and then we'll get 5 CAS messages, the 2 warning lights as well, and then all the lights up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the emergency stop as well. So we've got all of our fire tests are completed, and we're just going to be kind of working on getting ready here, make sure all of our everything's in the green basically. I'm gonna have a gross way. Yeah, batteries look good, oil levels look good, oxygen looks good, brakes look good, and hydraulics look fine for right now as well.
Bypass pin inserted.
Looks like, why did that sound like SpongeBob? So we've got good quantity across all 3 as well. Holden, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Doing pretty good today, Holden. Doing pretty good. How are you doing today, sir? We'll go 2,000 on the squawk. And all right, let's go over here. We'll go 2-1 right for departure this morning. Beautiful day all of a sudden. It was, cloudy and this and that recently, but super nice day today. Not a cloud in the sky here, at least in western Pennsylvania, so we'll see what we get otherwise. Let's go route on this side. We'll go Brickyard 5838. And then we're going to go Detroit to CMH.
This way.
And we're going to go ahead and send the request out. Let's see, I believe we are cruising at 190. That's true.
Good morning.
Flight plan received. Doing good. Missed it yesterday. Congratulations. Been watching the stream from yesterday. Oh, man. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, missed having you, man. But, yeah, that's awesome. You know, like I said,
Good morning.
Lord willing, right? We always say Lord willing. But Lord willing, you know, we'll be making it out. We got it out the mud. No, I'm kidding. All right, and then stays, it says on the transition. It wants me to take Calvin. It wants Calvin to be my last fix. So we won't pick stays, and we'll just kind of go from there. Calvin, Essie, yeah, that is how it goes. And then into the Dublin 1. Let me see what runway they wanted me to do there. Dublin 1, 28 right. How's work going, Holden? Anybody annoying you yet today? Approaches ILS 28 right. Let's see. We could take it out from yellow, maybe? Yellow, yeah, that looks good there. And we're going to be on the Dublin 1 arrival from Essie. From Essie, there we go. So we'll apply that. Limp, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Are you ready for the group flight this weekend as long as it hasn't changed? Yeah, as of now, man, we are still doing good. If you guys, it's probably going to have to be a little bit later in the day. I think I'm doing some GA flying that day. So if you guys want to do it a little bit later, I think it'll have to be at like 2 or 3 maybe. But I'll keep you guys posted on that for sure. Seahawks whooped up on the Commanders, dude. Everyone's been friendly so far today. Good, good. Limp, what's going on with you, man, down there in Florida? So we straight out to Sergey, at or below 7,000 at Fedorov, and then P-Hall at 3,100. Oh, wait, it's this one. I'm sorry. Sergey Fedorov, P-Hall, Calvin, and then should just be to Essie. And I think that starts the arrival. Essie at 10,000. Mel's. Looks like we're going to have to do some deleting of the waypoints. Mel's Dublin. And then should be... Wait, where did that go? P-Hall Calvin. No, see, so that's... Alright, let me see. Let me delete... After Calvin, I need to delete all these fixes. I need to delete Tufton. Let me go previous here. Where are these fixes? Arrow, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Popping to say congrats, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Cleared my schedule for it, so anytime's fine with me. I'll be flying launch sheet for the group flight. Been practicing the plane for 2 weeks now. Nice, dude. Let's go. Holden is ATC ready. We're not going to have a disaster like last time. That's awesome. What route do we want to do? Are we doing... Were we doing a fly-in that day? That was the next day. I think we were going to do the Amsterdam fly-in, right? It's Calvin Tufton. I don't know where this is coming from here. Puddle stays. Yeah, that's the rest of the Calvin Essie. That's what we want. So we want to get rid of anything extra after, but it's not even in there is the thing. P-Hall, Calvin, Essie, Mel's, Calvin, and then it's Essie, Mel's, Dublin, Trilogy, Polars. Tace's Tezzy at 6,000, and then yellow for that's. I mean, that's not even in there, so I don't know why it's doing that, but I guess we'll kind of see. Southwest Virtual Report was held due to landing gear damage. What? Just about to run out the door for Manchester turn tonight. Nice, dude. Yeah, what does that mean, Limp? Are you like are they kicking you at? All right, Perfinite, let's see here. We do have some numbers for this. So the taxi fuel is going to be 360, I think it said. Where'd it go? 360, and then it's always 200, apparently. So go ahead and set that up. Flight level 190 on the cruising altitude is good. 268 at 58 on the winds. And we're not going to mess with the ISO deviation. Where's the... Oh, there they are. And then speeds we'll do 310 in the cruise, 0.74. And we'll do 310 as well on the way down. And takeoff data set, FMS takeoff. Takeoff looks good. Takeoff in it, actually, we need to run through real fast. 216 on the departure heading there. Wind is going to be, let's see, out of Detroit, weather. Oh no, it's the, what am I doing? 250 at 9. So that's all set there. Favorite NFL team, Jacob? The Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers. Not sure. Call it a do-over. Yeah, so did you absolutely... Oh, so is that it? You absolutely cratered it? I don't know. I was literally thinking you, like, landed with the gear up or something. Okay, so we'll leave the takeoff stuff up over there for now. Actually, we'll go radio over here. We need dot CTAF KDTW 35 nothing. That was a tower frequency from last night, so that makes sense. And then 22.8 is going to be next. So that's all set up for us. Flight plan is set up over here for us. We'll just have to make sure we don't just kind of go off randomly here. 17,000 on the cruise, on the initial altitude. We're only cruising at 19, so pretty much right there. And 21 right, we're going to be 216 heading to intercept the 216 course, so we'll go ahead and set up all that stuff here in just a little bit. Let's double check the fuel as well. So it's got, yeah, we don't have, didn't actually load the fuel, doesn't look like. So 5.4 is min takeoff and 5.8 is what we should have. So let's go over here and let's just instant load everything. Just make sure now, there we go, we do have that. That all looks good. Manifest ground, I think we're done with everything. Let's go overhead and we'll get the APU started here. Over 600. DK doing good for the Steelers. Yeah, he is doing pretty well for the Steelers, so he can stay. He can stay for now. All right, let's go ahead and shut the door as we are kind of getting ready for pushback and departure here. We'll shut all of our outside doors here as well. Get the cones and chocks out of the way, and then once APU starts up, we can get rid of the GPU. Gramps, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Is FMS fixed yet? No, it's still not custom. My defense is my first flight since we did the group flight. That's fair. That's fair. Was it dark, too? If it was dark, that's tough. All right, let's go. We'll disconnect the GPU. Let me see. Okay, we'll go ahead and disconnect the GPU. You're at my home airport. All right, over here in Columbus, Ohio. Nice little airport. Fair pushback and departure. Let's quick edit, I guess, here. In Detroit. Oh, okay. Or not. Where are we at here? Find this again soon, just doing VOR stuff. Nice. Oh, great. Okay, GSX is crashing. All right, what if we just got these guys to do it here? Pre-plan. Hopefully this doesn't mess with GSX. I feel like GSX not working doesn't mess with this. I'm sure it will.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, brakes are released. So we'll get the electric pumps on. Electric pump A coming on. Red beacon coming on as well there. And we are cleared to start at will. Let's see. We just released the parking brakes. Oh, wait. Was it? I don't know if these guys... I don't know who's doing the pushback right now. I don't know if it's GSX or if it's these other guys. Okay, I think it's GSX, actually. So we'll hope that they don't go too crazy here. All right, let's go ahead and start up engine number 1. Great weather here in Columbus. It's the wrong engine, I guess, here. Yeah, great weather everywhere over here. I haven't really looked, but there must be some sort of high pressure system around with weather this good. You've been doing just like some manual VOR flying? Is that what you're kind of getting at there? I think Holden was doing some of that stuff too, right? We'll go back to the map page for now. Got a break right here as well. Nice. Well, that sounds fun, Gramps Aviation. That sounds fun. I don't know if we've flown to Omaha in the sim yet. I know it's a pretty big, like, regional spot, I feel like. So we'll definitely get out to Omaha here one of these days. Are we ready to get started on number 1? Let's go ahead and turn 2. Probably going to be done with the pushback soon. Probably. We get into GA stuff. It's been fun. Nice. There we go. Set the brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah. Good engine start. Cancel the pushback. Go away. Those guys are good, I guess. At least that can work fine in this plane when it gets to RNAV. Just when it gets to RNAV stuff, it's wonky. Yeah. Need black square to finish the Caravan. I like that plane a lot. Only if the default was good. Yeah. We'll maybe have to do a little blast from the past whenever they finish the Caravan. We'll run through some of that stuff.
Unlocking gear.
Any 406. I have not tried that.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
All right, guys. Looks like good engine start to me. Let's go to flaps. 2. We've got the trim is set. Auto brake is set there. We're going to go up overhead. We'll go APU off and hydraulic pumps to auto. And with that being done, I'm pretty sure we are ready to rock and roll. You should. It's worth it. All right. All right. We'll look into it for sure. We're going to make a right turn out of here. Going to be a little bit of a taxi up to runway 21 right for us today. Let's see. The brakes a little bit. Barely scooting. Let's see. I think it's going to be one of these. It's one of these pushback things here. Stop pushback. There we go. That's what it was. That's usually what it is. Yeah, 3027 on the altimeter, so some high pressure here for sure. Yeah, it's a freeware Detroit scenery. I feel like it's pretty solid. I mean, I don't know if, yeah, I've been to the Detroit airport, so. Like I said, seems pretty solid. Yeah, I don't think there's really anybody else here right now. Yeah, it's literally just us on the ground. Crazy after, you know, last night being full staffed and everything. So probably take Golf and then Mike, I guess, up to runway 21 right. So it's not going to be too long of a taxi here. So Golf, there'll be a little bit of a right turn here and then a left. Left on Golf here. Not the sharp left. The sharp left is Foxtrot. cross runway 27 right. Detroit traffic brickyard 5838 crossing runway 27 right on Gulf Detroit. Not gonna put the lights on and stuff. I think this runway might even be closed or something. I don't know. We'll see. Almost a 9,000 foot runway. I mean, pretty big. And then it'll be a right turn here, and then the next left that we can take. Oh, it looks like we're crossing a bridge here or something. Oh, geez. Hopefully this goes well. This doesn't look good. I don't like the looks of this at all. Alright, looks like that worked out. We'll have to fix that wing view. I think that kind of sucks. Alright, then straight up Mike for runway 21 right. Get some speed up here on the taxiway. Let's get takeoff config. Looks good. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Delta 175 livery that I had, whenever you would go to this external view, it would literally just be the fuselage. Like, there would be no wings, no, like, the pilots would just be, like, floating, like, no landing gear. It would literally just be, like, the fuselage, like, unpainted, like, definitely, like, a big-time glitch. So I was like, all right, you know, not that the 170 isn't any good, but I like the 175 as well, and I'd like to, you know, fly that every once in a while. And I like it that work. Does this plane work in 24, or is it still just 2020 compatible? I mean, I've heard you can get it in 24, but I've also heard that it's really not that good in 24. I heard there's even more issues with it than there are here. So my mindset is just like, let's just stick in 2020 with this, and 2020's been our tried and true anyways. So we'll just stick with it in 2020. So, gonna be a lot of this over the next little while here, definitely until I'm like done with training and everything. So, hope you guys like the E-Jets, because we're gonna be seeing a lot of this. Auto throttle's coming on, and we'll hit the Toga, I believe, there. And let's get some Togas in the chat, boys. Hopefully they patch it to work in 2024. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I mean, I'm happy with 2020, obviously, and I mean, 2024 was good though. It was good to us whenever we went and had our stint in 2024. Detroit traffic brickyard 5838 taking runway 21 right for departure on the Calvin 3 Detroit. Have fun launching and becoming a fan of the smaller planes. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's fun to do some different stuff. It's fun to, you know, you got to get the Learjet if you're liking the smaller planes. I'm telling you. I know Limp hates it, but I love the Learjet. All right, let's get some Togas in the chat. Here we go, boys. TO. Airspeed's alive.
Knots.
Checked.
Good one. Rotate.
Rotating.
Positive rate.
Here's coming up. We go outside view. See ya. This might also be a Hughes livery. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be a Hughes livery here. Alright, we're speed, play level change. Let's go flaps 1. And we are LNAV as well. Laps up, climb check when able. Nice takeoff. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Got the custom toga emojis from Limp and Holden there. If you guys enjoy that, consider becoming a member. Consider joining the Discord as well if you guys want to keep up. You know, we're kind of off stream and stuff. Like I said, definitely gonna have some time away here as well, unfortunately, but over the coming months. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Gear up, flaps are up, auto brake is off, and everything on the overhead is fine for now. Slammer, slammer, slammer. Not yet. Come on, man. We got some time yet. I'm gonna get it from like more of like an actual like window view. That was my 8 view, I think 6. Something like that. Gotta show up the best emote. Come on, man. I'll tell you what, I feel like I don't see that emote enough whenever I land. I feel like that can definitely be used more. Also the Sia emoji, ready? You gotta use the Sia emoji whenever we do this. Detroit traffic, Brickyard 5838, depart the pattern to the south, last call, Detroit Zoo. Like that's gotta be a Sia emoji right there. Alright, let's see, .KDTW-KCMH, if there is one, 32.7. 132.7. There's the verse of the day. Like I said, we got a real quick flight today. Only about 34 minutes of airtime. Climbing up to flight level 190, which we'll say they gave us that. We'll go ahead and set flight level 190. And coming up on 10,000 here as well. Bringing 62 people with us to Columbus today. And there's through 10,000 feet. Hoping YouTube will let you get more emotes soon. I'll have to take a look at it. I think it's just dependent on how many members we have. So we've got, I believe we've got 10 more gifted memberships to give away for this month. So we will, I'll give away some memberships. Let me see, membership gifting. Yeah, we have 10 memberships sent away this month as well, so we'll definitely go through the gifted membership game as well. Ente, what's up, man? Welcome to stream. Am I allowed to type here, or do I need a green card? You need a green card, man. Yeah, get out. Yep. Get him. Get him, officer. Okay, wait, also, let's make sure we're not going to go do this whole nonsense with the flight plan, because... yeah, it looks like it is going to do the whole nonsense. So let's... for right now, let's go direct to Essie, just so we don't have to deal with all of that. Let's go Essie, and we'll go direct. So direct to Essie, hopefully that gets rid of all the nonsense. It looks like it does, and that's the first fix on the arrival going into Columbus. So. Officer Holden. Which is the plane where she comes on and she says, "We'll soon be serving sandwiches"? What plane is that? Is that the CRJ maybe? What I do? You're the ICE agent kicking Ente out of here. We've got a nice verse of the day today. 1 John chapter 2 verse 6. Those who say they live in God should live their lives as Jesus did. And right off the bat, you know, pretty. Let the record say I'm not the only American in this chat. Yeah, I think you are. I'll kick you off my lawn. That's about it. pretty convicting verse right off the rip here. You know, it's something that is impossible, obviously, right? To live our lives as Jesus did, but that's the standard. And again, that's kind of the rabbit hole you get in when you kind of, you know, maybe first start thinking about Christianity and stuff like that. It's like, well, you know, start reading the Bible. Well, you know, God expects perfection. It's like how, you know, He sent His Son Jesus to die on the cross, like the only perfect man that ever lived. You know, we killed Him. And it's like, how am I supposed to, you know, do that? And, you know, then again, then you learn about the point isn't to be perfect, but it's to, you know, be saved. And, you know, and that's really about it. But anyway, it's a lot to think about, you know, whenever you think about wanting to, you know, live your life as Jesus did. Again, something that's impossible to do, to live a life of perfection. But that's what 1 John is calling for here. And then I looked up Enduring Word as well. If you guys have any thoughts, feel free to leave them in the chat as well. Enduring Word I have pulled up as well, because this is a small excerpt out of this whole, you know, thing. Obviously could be taken out of context. Pretty straightforward, I think. But Enduring Word breaks down from verses 3 to 6, the fruit of fellowship, it calls it. And verse 3 starts with, now by this we know that we know Him, if we keep His commandments. He who says, I know Him, but does not keep His commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps His word, truly the love of God is perfected in him. And then our verse here, by this we know that we are in Him. He who says he abides in Him ought himself to also walk just as He walked. So a little bit different. I don't know what version this is, a little bit different version than what we have here. But you know, again, that the rest of that is pretty convicting too, right? If we keep His commandments, if we know Him, we should keep His commandments. And if we say, I know Him, and do not keep His commandments, we're a liar, and the truth is not in us. And again, it's like, holy crap, you know, it's pretty damning. That's pretty, you know, pretty rough there. But whoever keeps His word, truly the love of God is perfected in him. And His word is meaning, you know, His, it's a capital H, His, that's God. The love of God is perfected in Him. By this we know that we are in Him. He who says he abides in Him ought to also walk just as He walked. So again, if we're going to claim Jesus on earth, if we're going to claim to be saved, if we're going to claim to be followers of Christ, it's our job wherever we're at, whether it's work or school or, you know, in the gym, at home. It's our job to walk as He walked, right? We don't want to be different at church. We don't want to be different, you know, at work. We don't want to be different people in different places of our lives. Our pastor told us a story in the last Sunday, and he was saying, you know, he was on a call with somebody, and I guess he agitated him. He was like, oh, the other guy said to him, you know, if this wasn't a church call, I would have, you know, rah, 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 rah. And it's like, well, it doesn't matter if it's a church call or not, per se. You know, it shouldn't, you know, you shouldn't talk differently, you know, in a religious setting or with other people than you do with other people. Like, you should just be who you are, and if you claim Christ, you have to walk the walk as well. So like I said, pretty convicting for me, and, you know, tough to do, but that's our task. So that's our tall task. So if anybody has any thoughts, like I said, feel free to leave them down there in the chat. If not, we'll keep on cruising. Essie, we're about 20 miles away from Essie, 25 miles away. I think it wants us down at 10,000 at Essie. So let's see, we've got 9,000 feet to lose times 327. Yeah, it's about time to start our descent. So let's go ahead and do that. FPA, we'll go ahead and bug it down. We'll do like 2.5. Maybe we won't do the full 3 degrees. We'll see if that's good enough. Seatbelt signs, they're staying on. They stayed on there for the cruise there. I can honestly have the same everywhere. Good. That's great, man. And that's exactly what you want. You want to be the same everywhere, no matter what. That's the goal. That's awesome. Landing runway heading is going to be, let's do some numbers here. 281 on the final approach course. 220 at 4. And landing temperature is 9 degrees. So that's good to go there. Those are our landing speeds. And then let's go to the radio page, 109.1, 109.1. I'm also going to do it over here, 109.1. I didn't need to put the decimal, I guess, but that is what it is. 32.7 we'll put up there. Let's see. 10.13 on the mins. So do 10.20. I'll try to set the... I don't know why it has not been allowing me to set the altimeter setting at all. But let's see, it's supposed to be 30-34, so it'll be pretty close to whatever we're at here. Like, it doesn't let me set it, but... Anyway, starting our descent now, and let's see, we got the ILS plugged in and everything. Yeah, should be good to go here. I'm not saying it's a good thing though. Oh, you're saying you wish you were different everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, what Holden said. You're a good guy. You're not fooling anybody. Not an evil monster. Do you have the PMS 50 GTN 750? I don't know what PMS is, but like the 750, like the Garmin 750. Our planes, the captains used to have a 650 on their side, which was pretty nice. It was like a G1000, but it was like a touchscreen almost. So that was pretty cool. It was like G1000 size, and it was like a touchscreen. So that was cool. But we don't have any 750s. We have 430s, 530s on the 6-pack models, and then other than that, it's G1000. So. In the sim, it's an add-on. The reason you're saying you can use it as CRJ as your FMC. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool, Gramps. I didn't know you could do that. I have it in the, I have like the actual add-on in the Learjet, but I don't have, yeah, I don't have it for the, like the toolbar add-on or anything. Yeah, quick one today here. Just tested it, pretty sweet. All right, that's awesome. I didn't realize this flight was going to be like this short. It's a purchase add-on? Okay. Yeah, I think it comes for free with the Learjet. Like, you can download a free version. But I think there is one that you have to pay for or something. I don't know. All right, there's 10,000 and 250 knots. And let's see. Let's keep coming down on the Dublin 1 here. Where are we at? SE at 10. It'll be... Yeah, we can stay at 10, actually. For a little while here. There's a free version and a paid upgrade. Okay, I think I have the free version. Does the paid upgrade have like SimBrief integration? Like you can like import your flight plan and stuff like that? Because I can't do that with the free version, and it's really annoying to have to type in the whole thing on the Learjet. But yeah, Hold. I know you were saying that you know, you like the small jets. Like I said, man, think about the Learjet, dude. That thing's pretty sweet. I know Limp hates the Learjet, but I like it a lot. I don't know why Limp's such a hater. Yes, Gramps? Okay, yeah, there you go. So you can. So yeah, that would be a nice feature to have for sure. That would be a nice feature. No ATC here in Columbus. OHIO. Okay, let's see. There's somebody on the ground in Columbus, Southwest. Heading down to Fort Myers down there. We'll probably switch it up over the next couple streams. Should be streaming again maybe on Thursday or Friday. We'll see. Would have looked into it, but the avionics are a bit updated for the one in the sim. Oh yeah, the G5000. Yeah, the G5000 is crazy. Yeah, it would be cool to have a little bit better avionics, but it is fun to do some manual stuff every once in a while. But 50 euro lifetime license, so kind of steep, but it works as an add-on for all the planes. That's, well, like I said, that's definitely pretty cool. Let's see, we're through SC at 10,000. Mel's doesn't have a restriction. Dublin doesn't have a restriction. Trilogy does have a restriction between 9 and 8, so we'll probably go down to 8 here soon. And we can actually do that now. No, we don't have. We can definitely take our time, but like 500 feet a minute or something. I wish someone made a Challenger for the sim. That'd be cool. Yeah, I wish there were more private jets. You know, I wish there were Challengers and Gulfstreams and stuff like that. Like, why do you think that there aren't any? Like, is the Gulfstream systems just like, are they, you know, kept too much on the down low? Are they too hard to replicate? Like, what's the deal with, you know, why we don't have more of those type of jets? They don't want to reveal stuff about the Gulfstream. They're really hush-hush about them. Kind of dumb. Yeah, I mean, it's like we're, you know, talking about a private jet here. It's not a military contract or anything, you know. I mean, I guess they do have some Gulfstreams in the military, but they also have Learjets in the military, so it's like, fix the PC-24 would be a great plane to fly. I thought you said you liked the PC-24. I know you said like you like the PC-12, but I also thought you said you liked the PC-24. It's got some flight modeling issues. How are the avionics and stuff? Very aggressive trying to find the GPS path and localizer path. Yeah. I think whenever you, like, when you fly in, you know, the real world too, like, it's funny. Like, sometimes the plane will do stuff and I'll be like, dang, like, that's like no better than the simulator, I feel like. Like sometimes there's like we have planes, we have caravans that are aggressive, like catching the localizer, like it'll freaking like jerk you over. love the Honeywell avionics. It's a cool system. Yeah, I'm excited to learn about them. I'm excited to learn, you know, again, I think this having the plane and being able to do stuff like this is definitely a big advantage going into class and everything, but I also think that it would be nice to have better avionics and a better FMC and stuff like that, because I don't want to create bad habits in the sim. I think it's just going to be important for whenever I do go to class to be able to kind of compartmentalize and be like, okay, like, it's good that I'm going to be relatively familiar with what I'm looking at in here, obviously, but it's also, this plane is far from gospel, you know, this plane is far from, you know, hey, this is, you know, far from study level, I guess what I'm saying. So it's going to be able to compartmentalize and be like, you know, it's good that I'm relatively familiar with things around here, but also need to make sure that I'm not, you know, just being like, oh, well, it wasn't like that in the sim, you know, it can't be like that, you know, in the actual flight simulator or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I guess just kind of keeping them separate, but also, you know, not, I guess, I don't know. Get what I'm saying? Once we kind of level off in this down, and we'll probably start down a little bit more. Let's go ahead for 6,000 feet. Do 1,000 feet a minute. Yeah, exactly. But I did the same thing with the Caravan before I went, and I felt like, you know, the Caravan, it's probably a pretty solid representation. Like, I guess, like, similarity in terms of, like, Caravan in the sim isn't super great, but it's close enough. Like, this isn't super great, but it's close enough, you know. Alright, we're going to take heading mode here soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. Alright, give me like a, let's see, let's start. We need like a 100 heading. It's going to be like a base turn for us here. Let's keep it coming down to like 3,000. Keep it coming down to 3,000. Let's go heading select. We're going to go ahead with Loc 2 and let's see, didn't do the course for us, so we're going to set it to 281. Did we do that? Did we do like any Caravan streams like this before I went to class? I forget. I feel like we kind of did. I don't know. I don't even know who was around for that. That was, I mean, almost a year and a half ago. I think we did some stuff in like a pilot's life or something. Better pull the speed back a little bit, maybe like 220. We can activate the approach speeds here for now. You started doing the Caravan stream after you've been flying at IRL? Okay. See, let me look back on it, because I was in a July class. This tells me how many months ago it was. Doesn't tell me. finally started popping in when you started streaming. I found your crew videos not long after I found your channel. I started streaming a bunch. Okay, yeah. Sounds about right. Alright, we can start a right turn. We'll start a base turn here. Like I said, looking for that about 220 on the speed so we can start getting flaps out, which we're not at just yet. Be like a 190 for the base. Let's get some speed brakes out. 1,000 to go. Cranking and banging. Gramps said just has to be a nice simple flight plan, imported it. Puts in the CRJFMS. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright. Pretty cool. So 220, 230 is flaps 1, so let's go ahead and flaps 1. It's connected to the nav system as well. Dang, that's really cool actually. That's pretty sweet. Columbus traffic brickyard 5838 and a right base runway 28 right, Columbus. Under 215 we can go flaps 2. You maybe get a little intercept heading here, like a 250. And we can go approach mode armed as well. Might find this more often. Nice, dude, that's awesome. Localizer's capturing. Let's see what it does here, because this is behind. I don't know why that's like... It's showing that we're on like the other side of the line, which is pretty weird. We are below the glide slopes, that's good. Mr. Birchout, there's going to be 3,000, so we'll just kind of keep that set. So we pull it back to like 180 on the speed maybe here. Let's catch, oh there you go, it flipped over. It's catching the localizer, nice. It says visibility is 9, definitely, that checks out. Let's get the speed brake back away. Columbus traffic brickyard 5838 on about a 10-mile final runway to your right, Columbus. Alright, let's go ahead and give the speed over. It's going to be 160. Let's go flaps 3. We can go gear down as well here. Flaps 4. And then flaps 5 as well. Really till they moved. Alright guys, looking good. Let's get some landing rates in the chat. What do we think? We'll go ahead and hand fly it in from here. Oh wait, how about we get some, yeah, we got our lights on, right? We got our landing lights on. Stereo lights on, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Greaser. Alright, alright. Let's see what we can do here. Holden predicts a greaser. Unfortunately, it only matters whatever Limp predicts, because that's what's going to happen. So, Limp, what do we say? I appreciate the enthusiasm, Holden, but we all know that only whatever Limp says is what's going to happen. I'll always be a believer. We need more people like you around here, Holden. We just got a bunch of haters.
1,000.
Bunch of haters preying on my downfall, saying I'm gonna slam everything. Let's prove the haters wrong right here. Let's prove the haters wrong. Trying extra hard, negative 212. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. I feel like it's either a greaser or a slammer in this thing. I mean, last night we got like negative like 200 or something, or whatever it was. Go by track record too. I mean, last night was like negative 200, I think, so. Rich United Pilot, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Buttered it today, landing in Chicago. Nice, dude.
500.
Chicago.
400.
153, all right.
300. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Landing, we're
200.
real fast.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, that sounded so hard, but I think that was a greaser. Let the nose gear come down nice and easy. We'll get on the brakes. That sounded ridiculously hard, but I really think that was a greaser. I don't know though. That's what I'm saying, Holden. I feel like it looked good. It looked good, but it didn't sound good at all. Did we land? Yeah, if you miss it, you need to get your hearing checked. I think the audio always sounds hard. I have no idea. We'll see. Columbus traffic, Brickyard, 5838, clear of all runways back to the ramp on Echo. Let's go, Columbus. Alright guys, that's it. Pretty quick one today. It's not upside down, so. Bro. Alright, flaps are coming up. We'll get the trim down to 4. Overhead AP's coming on. Strobes are off, landing lights coming off, side lights coming off, inspection lights coming off. Alright. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. It's like the only sound for touchdown. Yeah, I think so too. It's like, I wonder, whenever they recorded that sound, it must have been a hard landing. Y'all tell us when you land one for the first time. Yeah, I will. I think it'll be with passengers, I'm pretty sure. Like in the Caravan, we used to. They don't do this anymore, actually. They do all the training in the sim, but I'm pretty sure you do all the training in the sim until you fly the line. So that'll be fun. I told my parents that, and they were like, that's not true. That's not true. I was like, I think it's true. This might be a freeware Columbus scenery, too. The Allegiant food truck in the way. That's the gate I was gonna use. You know, that's the gate we're still gonna use. I'm not afraid of a food truck. Gate 53. Not afraid of a little food truck. I ain't never been. Alright, we'll stop it there. We'll go ahead and set the brake, and engines can go ahead and come off now. And let's go ahead with the taxi. Let's see, beacon lights come off, taxi lights coming off, logo light can stay on, I guess, stereo light, and I guess the smoke sign should stay on, but we'll go with that there. And GSX doesn't want to help us out, so we don't need them. We don't need them. But yeah, guys, that's it. Let's check out the parking job here. On the line, a little short. Ooh, not on the line, actually. That was trash. All right. All right, that's that. Let's go to display capture, and we'll take a look at Volanta. Let's see. End the flight. Review the flight. Let's see. 113. Let's go. So we had 153, 184, 212. Limp hater. I think Holden was the closest there at negative 100. That was a greaser. 1.1 on the G-force though. So yeah, pretty solid. Welcome to C-Bus. Let's go. Welcome to Columbus, guys. I'm gonna try to get away from the Delta paint here soon. We're gonna do some United or American regional hops here as well. But Holden has won today. Holden is the champ today. Appreciate you guys stopping in here this beautiful morning. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, safe travels and everything. Like I said, no stream tomorrow. Potentially streaming on Thursday or Friday though. So we'll see. We'll just like I said, guys, join the Discord if you want to keep up. Consider becoming a member. Like and subscribe if you're new as well. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.